Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to the first rebuild of Football Manager 2023, and we are going to go right in and go ahead with Watford, a highly requested one from the previous Football Manager. We didn't really have time to do it, but now we have, so hopefully you guys do enjoy this episode. If you do, be sure to leave a like below and do subscribe to the channel. Now, right from the rip, we have got a little talk about how the rebuilds are going to happen on this channel. We're going for a little testing phase. Recently, I've had a lot of people come in and say that they'd like to see these rebuilds in a lot more depth, sort of, going over player stats more, possibly watching some of the games as well. And I like the idea of that. So purely for this Watford one, we are going to be having 5 episodes, and each episode is going to be a season. So please do let me know in the comments if you like this idea or if you don't. It's completely fine either one. Just do let me know. This way, you're going to be seeing a lot more detailed stuff, and also we're going to be seeing, actually being able to watch the games, and also it's going to feel a little bit more realistic because it's not all going to be crammed into one video. The rebuild's going to take time. It's always a good idea because it gets you guys involved as well, because this means that you can suggest sign-ins, you can suggest if maybe I should change tactics. It's a really good way of you guys getting involved. But if you guys do want to see purely everything put into one video, then do let me know also. So when you take on the challenge at Watford, you're predicted to finish first, and I think that's pretty fair. Obviously, they are in the Championship, so we have got to take them from the Championship to the Premier League, which is hopefully something we can do. Obviously, it's not going to be easy, but with the media prediction, we've got the pressure on us as well. Now, there are a lot of teams in the Championship which could push us out of that position, but I'm confident with the team we have, we should be able to do it. Now, going forward, this is going to be the squad that we do have. Obviously, we do have some fantastic players. We've got the likes of Sarr, who is the one which really does stand out for me. To be honest, the first people I think of is going to be João Pedro and Sarr. They're going to be the two players that are pretty much what we're going to be building around, because in my opinion, they are by far the most talented players in this side. We've got some good players in these three here, but they are loanees, so that is down to us to try and keep them. Obviously, we've got Luauza as well. Luauza there as well, who's decent ability on him as well. As you can see here, for the Championship especially, also Mario Gaspar, Kalu, some really good players to be fair. And if we have a look at the team, which I'm going to show you now, we are going to be using my 4-2-3-1 tactic, because in my opinion, it is the best 4-2-3-1 I've currently used to date. I really do enjoy it, and Watford obviously do play a 4-2-3-1 anyway, and for me, I think this suits it down to a T. The attack is absolutely sensational, and to be honest, even the midfield and defence aren't too bad either. This is going to be filtered by the best 11. So this is what the assistant thinks is the go-to side. And to be honest, I would agree. Sarr and João Pedro are going to link up incredible. Obviously, I'm a big fan of a Sprilla in the attack and midfield position as well, and Passetto out on the right-hand side. But realistically, this team is more than good enough to get automatic promotion. Now, whether we do that or whether we need to go through playoffs, you're going to see. What we're going to do is we're going to obviously simulate the season as we do. That's one thing I want to make very clear. I did also get a suggestion to play some of the games. I don't want to do that because for me, rebuilds are all about making the sign-ins. That's all you do. You make the sign-ins, and that is down to you. Then obviously, it's pretty much based on the sign-ins of how this rebuild goes. If you got good sign-ins, you lay out the tactics quite well, then it's on you. But I don't want to be playing them, because then it just turns it into a bit of a let's play instead of a rebuild. So we are going to be simulating the entire season, and we're going to pick various games to sort of pick from and see exactly how we've done in them and go from there, really. But no, with this team, it's good. And it's a good job it is good, because we got a quick look at these first, but I did want to show you the transfer budget, which I will show you in a minute. But I picked out 2 players, as I did mention before, who are the key players, in my opinion. And that is going to be Sarr. Is going to obviously be a player who can play on the left and the right-hand side wings. And this guy is absolutely sensational. He's rapid, very good finishing as well for a winger. Only 24 years of age. It's going to be very hard to keep him at the club, especially if we don't get promoted. And then when we do get promoted the next season, we're going to have to try and do quite well, because clubs will be coming in for this guy. They will try and snap him up, and we're going to have to do everything to try and keep him at the club. And to partner him in terms of really, really important players is going to be João Pedro. This guy is fantastic. He was in my Wonder Kids video, and he's great because he can play 4 positions on the pitch. He's only 20 years of age, and his attributes are so well-rounded. As you can see here, good finishing, reasonably quick as well. Not as quick as Sarr, but not many people are as quick as Sarr. But this guy has got the attributes to play an attack and midfield role, out on the wide or up front. So for us, this is a crucial player. Obviously, in this system, he will be playing as a striker, and I would say that is pretty much his favoured position as well. And I do believe this guy has definitely got what it is. I think this guy can do it in the Premier League under my management. So in the Championship, I'm expecting big things. And it is a good job we have a good team because we only have £200,000. So I'm going to keep it real with you. We were unable to sign anyone. We literally couldn't sign anyone. We couldn't loan anyone in. We've got no money. I didn't want to try and bring anyone in. So I didn't want to sell anyone to bring anyone in because I'm confident in the players we've got. So I want to keep the team we've got, see how it goes for this season. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me because that would be a real pain. In my opinion, this team is more than good enough to get automatic promotion. So hopefully I'm not wrong. So the season has been simulated and I can't quite believe what I'm seeing actually, because I'm seeing Manchester City and I'm seeing winners. And I don't know what the result is. We're going to go through the whole calendar and look. And I don't know how this has happened. So we are going to look at that. But let's go over the things that we can see on this screen. And that is the fact that we got promotion very, very comfortably. Rank 1. Norwich do get automatic promotion as well, which, you know, local club is going to be Ipswich. It's not nice to see, but Norwich always find their way back. They always find their way back into the Premier League some way or another. But for me, automatic promotion was the one thing that was a must. We've done that, which is amazing. And we've also gone and won the FA Cup in the Championship. The Carabao Cup not as good, but Brentford again are a team which we should be losing to. How we got to the FA Cup final, let alone win it, is beyond me. So it's going to be very interesting to see about that. We're going to have Sarr coming in with 22 goals. We'll do all this in the actual squad stats because this is the beauty of having 5 episodes. We can actually look at every single stat and go in depth with it. Now, 110 goals scored, ranking us the best. Second best at goals conceded, so a little bit of improvement to be number 1, but still, letting only 40 goals in the entire season, I'll take it, especially with this match engine. Now, going into the squad then, we'll do this first, then we'll go over to the schedule. We're going to be looking at 22 goals from Sarr, 15 from Pedro, Menage coming in with 12, 9 for Asprilla, 6 for Cleverley, Kalou with 5. We're going to have 3 coming in for Nakakia, and it does drop off a little bit here in terms of goals. So to be honest, there's not loads and loads of goals going in, to be fair, but obviously we have won a lot of games to get automatic promotion and also win the FA Cup, which again does surprise me. In terms of assists, we're seeing quite a lot of contributions here. We'll go from this point upwards because it's 9 and up here. We've got Asprilla with 9, we've got Nakakia with 10, Luauza coming in with 10, 12 for Kalou, Sarr with 13, Pedro with 14, and Tom Cleverley, the man from midfield, with 15 assists. So the attributes, the stats of the players has been absolutely sensational. We can see here the average match rating is really high for a lot of these lads, and fair play to them. But let's have a little look at some of the star players. So the top player is going to be João Pedro, and everything for him is on the up now. Everything's on the up for him. Corners have gone up, crossing, dribbling, first touch, long shots, everything's on the up, which is really good to see because he is a fantastic player. But in terms of actual goals to game, 39 games, 8 goals and 11 assists. So you're not looking at anything too outrageous, to be honest, but it is quite a comfortable season for him. And I'm hoping he can sort of replicate that in the Premier League, obviously valued at around £51 million. Again, we have a little look at Sarr. Pretty decent. Again, slightly better return on him. 35 appearances, 20 goals and 10 assists. It's going to be very difficult to keep this guy at the club. Again, he should be valued a lot more than this, in my opinion. Obviously, gone up an age year as well, a year of age now, up to 25, but still very young and a player who already is a good Premier League player. So these are the type of players we need to be keeping. João Pedro as well is a Premier League standard player. Obviously, as I think we would all agree, there's some really good players in this system, and we've got to make sure we keep them. In terms of the schedule then, so the friendlies went quite positive, to be fair. The FM Cup we managed to win against Wimbledon. The only friendly we lost is a 2-1 defeat against Torino. We actually managed to beat Tottenham as well, which they were playing Harry Kane as well, quite a strong team. Things started off quite positive here with a win, a draw here. Just looking for the outstanding results here. Obviously, this is where we do go out to Brentford in what was a 4-1 defeat. I'm not going to watch the highlights from that because I'm pretty sure it was a one-way traffic game. Any games which do look quite tasty, I know we definitely want to see what's going on in the City game because that's the big one. But we will watch a few of these games. We'll watch the goals from a few of them, especially any that do seem quite neck and neck. So this one here, what was this like? This was a comeback. Let's have a little look at this one. This is the beautiful thing about kind of doing it like this, is because we've got time to look at the games now and we can actually see exactly how the goals went in. And, you know, it's going to be a good watch. So we'll have a look at the goals. I've got a lot of stick about my camera angle. So let's have a look at the TV camera angle now. It's going to be a ball over. They do go 2-0 up in this one, by the way. It's poor defending and they do slot at home. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. So this was actually a game where we did find ourselves obviously 2-0 down. This is going to be a set piece, by the way. Obviously, very poorly defended there. But the one thing, obviously, we can't complain about is the fact of how we got back into the game. It's going to be Kalu on the right-hand side with the ball, taking his time, cutting it across into Davis, who gets the goal. And that was to make it, that would have been 2-1. But the fact we come back quite comfortably as well, I guess this is the sign of a team that is going to get promoted. And that is what we do, obviously. It's going to be Chowdhury getting in. And the last goal, of course, is a penalty. It's going to be Saar who does tuck in the winner. In a game which we deserve to win. I mean, their XG is absolutely shocking. And they got 2 goals. We absolutely dominated that. So I'm glad we did win it. We then go, I mean, this spree here is absolutely sensational, by the way. From here, I mean, look at all of this without actually losing a game. Is really, really good. Like I said, this tactic, guys, is available for you guys as well. It's on my channel. It's called like my ultimate 4-2-3-1 tactic. I'll try and pop it on screen now. If I do forget, then I do apologize, but it can be found on my YouTube channel, and it is a really good tactic. Again, you can see obviously how the tactic does perform as well. A few 6-0s in here as well. Let's watch one of these. I mean, that is a ridiculous amount of goals by the looks of it. But like I said, this is the side of the rebuilds that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to have time to actually look at the goals so you can see exactly how your players are getting them. And luckily, we've been given a chance to do it by testing out this way of doing a rebuild. It's going to be Davis. That's great footwork on the right-hand side into Cleverly. It's very lucky with a deflection to bounce it back, but a Sprilla, one hell of a finish. And it's going to be Tom Cleverly with a ball into her house, and he gets the goal, 2-0. To be fair, this is a game we should be winning. And it looks like comfortable win. I mean, 6-0, you can't complain. Saar with the penalty there into João Pedro, the player who obviously is the man who can play so many positions. It's a great run from Davis, who tucks it near post, a fantastic ball from Saar there. And as you can see here, the goals do not stop. Tom Cleverly, a ball inside into Davis, who plucks it into the top left corner. And this game, obviously, I want to see the stats afterwards because I imagine they're quite brutal. Kamara with a wonder ball over the top into Saar. And we look like a Premier League team inside of this league. We really do. But yeah, I mean, they went down to 10 men inside of 15 minutes. It was never going to be pretty. Saar nearly dropping a 10 match rating. The stats are absolutely sensational as well. You can't really complain, but I think the one game we really want... I mean, these are the games I want to see. 6-1. Can we have a look at their team, please? Let's look at Liverpool's first, because, well, this is interesting. So the first thing we're going to do, is that going to make us watch the game right away? It isn't. So Liverpool. Keller, Foyth, Gomez, Matip, Tomiskas, Fabinho, Chamberlain, Jones, Salah, Jota and Firmino. So a decent side, definitely weaker in the midfield and at the back. But in what was a 4-1 win. I mean, let's just have a little look. We're going to watch the goals. Obviously, a lot of these goals, 3 goals come in extra time. So Liverpool must have conceded what would have been the start and to be a losing goal. Sorry, and then just fully collapsed. There's going to be Nketiah on the right-hand side here, taking his time. So we do get the first goal as well, which is very impressive. A ball into Davis, who puts it in the bottom right-hand corner. So Liverpool must have got back into this game now to make it 1-1, which they did, with Gomez inside of about around the 35th minute. Into Firmino, some beautiful play. A wonder run from Mo Salah, who it's an easy finish as well. But a beautiful bit of play from them, and they seem to have collapsed. You can see here, this is the 100, this would be 100 and basically 101st minute. We get what would be the winning goal. And obviously from that point, they must have just collapsed. It's going to be Sema just driving forward. It's a bit of a howler from the keeper. He sort of palmed it in his own net. And this is where they must have just completely collapsed. So fail ball up by them. Chowdhury into Davies, or Davis, sorry, Davis, who takes the ball down. And yeah, they just collapsed. Poor defending. That goal was given us onside, I assume, as well. And it's going to be a set piece. They crumbled big time. Yeah, they just crumbled. Kelleher's had a couple of goals there, which I do think he should be stopping, though, in all fairness to the Liverpool fans. I mean, they absolutely dominated us. Please, can someone tell me if they've seen a game which someone deserve to lose a lot more than me here. 5.5 XG. I've not seen a game like that in absolutely ages. We must have defended, and then finally broken them down. And then this one here, what's going on here? 6-1 against Manchester United. I want to see the team. And just to show you guys, I have done nothing here to like... Well, I ain't got the editor on, so you know, but I've done nothing here. I mean, they've got ridiculous players. Absolutely ridiculous players. And they're playing pretty much full strength. Well, Dubravka, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Maguire, Douglas, Santos, Eriksen, Casemiro, Fernandes, Anthony, Sancho. So a few players aren't full strength. But what happened in this game? Well, obviously we won 6-1. But I mean, I thought we would have had a very easy path to the final. But we didn't. Manchester United find themselves 1-0 up inside of... Look at all the goals as well. They come all in the same sort of area. I don't know what it is with these Premier League teams just collapsing. It's going to be Maguire. Does he lose it? I mean, he's prone to losing it. Oh, it's the Maguire error. João Pedro, the man in form, into Davis, and that is going to be 1-1. So it was 1-1 in the 66th minute. At this point, they should have switched on. They don't. A minute later, Lauza picks the ball up into Davis. This guy's on absolute flames, by the way. Maguire loses his man, and that's going to be 2-1. At this point, I would have thought the game could have been done. But to go and score 6 goals in total is outrageous. Cleverly into Nkaki on the right-hand side. The balls we're playing over the top are outrageous. Into João Pedro. And again, it's an easy finish for him. Well, it's not, he makes it look easy. It's not easy. But the football we're playing is absolutely nuts. Skrilla into João Pedro. This player here is going to be Maguire again. He's losing his head. Davis again. This guy, we're going to have a look at him after this game, see what he's about, because he is putting everything in the back of the net. This is going to be goal number 5 coming in as well. There's just not enough press from the United team. Davis in behind again, takes a touch and finishes. We are definitely going to have a look at this guy because he looks absolutely incredible. Goal number 6, cleverly. Out to Kalou on the left-hand side. That's a beautiful touch to absolutely burn Varane. He's going Kalou, and it's poor from Dubravka. Goalkeepers are to blame on this game sometimes. And he's got to take blame there. But we're going to look at the stats. So we did deserve to win it in terms of the stats. But Davis, let's have a little look at him. This guy is something else. I mean, yeah, we do need to sign him. We do need to sign him big time. Obviously, he is an Aston Villa man. And we're going to do everything we can to actually try and sign him. Because the guy's absolutely outrageous. 18 million is his rough estimate. What we're going to do right away is add him to the shortlist. And this is a player we're going to go out and try and sign because he's absolutely nuts. Finishing's only 12 as well, but after that season, 34 appearances, 29 goals. I mean, it is genuinely nuts. Let's try and make an offer on him now, actually. So we'll do that after because we're going to talk about the transfer budget in a little while. We want to keep it in segments of the video, you know. So, 6-1. Semi-final weren't too interesting. Oh, wow. Top final actually was 4-3. João Pedro with 4 goals. I'm nearly done 5. With 4 goals. We need to watch this as well. This looks like the season of drama for us here. I mean, we've beaten Liverpool, Man United and Man City. Therefore, I mean, this is one of the most deserved trophies I think I've ever seen. We actually do go a goal up here as well with a Skrilla. So poor from them at the back. It's going to be João Pedro inside, who gets his 1 of 4. Ortega again, or not again for the first time. Similar to Dubravka and also the Liverpool keeper. There's so many goals that I do think keepers should be saving. But at the moment, they're just not. It's poor from the City defence again. João Pedro in behind, tucks it in the bottom right corner. Honestly, it's embarrassment from Baku there, though. He needs to do a lot better in a Man City team. So we do actually find ourselves in what is going to be 3 goals up. Skrilla into Sarr. Shocking. Why did he lose that? Why did he slow down? Ruben Diaz. That just shows the complacency of this defender match engine. That in a clip right there is perfect. It sums it up. Gundogan. Out into Mahrez, who gets ahead of his man here. Is he going to cut it back? He does, and it's going to be into Kevin De Bruyne. Takes a touch. And that's an outrageous finish. So that would have been 3-1. They then get a goal right again here, as we can see. It's going to be Erling Haaland. Jack Grealish, I assume, wins the knockdown. It's Nkaki who does make a little bit of an error of that, to be honest. Haaland gets in behind. Poor defending there from... I can't click on him. From Siretta there. Poor defending on Haaland. Haaland gets the goal. We then strike back in what is going to be extra time. Oh, it's poor. It's very poor. Very poor indeed. So it's them that strikes back. Sorry, not us that strikes back. So they, at this point, were 4-3 up. We then go with Gaspar into Hungbo. Obviously, some subs have come on now. A beautiful ball into João Pedro. And again, the goalkeeper error. This entire season, sorry, is putting on display how poor the match engine can actually be. And I don't know why I just said, I don't think you can see it, can you? I don't know why. I think about 2 seconds ago, I was like, it goes to pens or something. It didn't go to pens. I don't know where I got that from. It was Grealish that scored the goal. Then João Pedro got the winner in the 120th minute. But overall, the scorelines in these games are so comfortable. I'm really impressed with it, to be honest. And in terms of the data hub, team attacking 2.39 goals a game, which I'm pretty happy with. Team defending 0.87. If we have a little look at the championship, go into team overview, we dominate a lot of the stats. Most points per game, most goals, most shots for. That is pretty much all. Okay, we didn't dominate everything. Norwich also done quite a lot as well, to be honest. Most possession from Hull City, quite surprising. But no, a very successful season, and in my opinion, but I mean, pretty much flawless, apart from if you want to say we should, well, do better in the Carabao Cup. But for me, I don't think you can go wrong. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to quickly show you this. We have been given £60 million to spend in the next video now, or the next episode. Now, what I'm going to do at this point in the video is I'm going to quickly say, please, again, do comment below what you think of this sort of tweak on a rebuild series. Do you like it all in one with less detail, or do you like it more in detail where we get a chance to look at the key players, look at who we're going to sign, watch some games even as well? In my opinion, it is quite fun doing it like this, but at the end of the day, if you guys don't like it, I'm not going to upload it like it. And what we're going to do at the start of the next episode, which is going to be season 2, we're going to go over a completely full transfer list and then try and actually sign some of these players. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, be sure to leave a like below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.